There was a time when marriage was treated as something you fix, not something you throw away. If it was broken, couples would work together to make it better, to fix it. They didn't just give up because things got tough. And today, I want to encourage you to bring that mindset back. Yes, fight for your marriage because it's worth it. It's worth fighting for. Not every marriage is worth fighting for. I understand that. But maybe your marriage is, you're listening to this because you are in a different situation from the other guy. And that's why I'm here to encourage you. You know, we live in a time where it's easy to quit. If something doesn't make us happy, we are told to move on. But marriage isn't supposed to be disposable. It's not something that you throw away just because it is difficult. You see, when the going get tough, that's when you find out who you really are. That's when you find out what you are really made of. See, my friend, marriage is a journey. It is not a destination. You know, marriage is not a sprint, it is a marathon. Marriage is not built in a day, it is built daily. Marriage is not by accident, it is a planned event. You see, and on this journey in marriage, you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. You're going to have victories and you're going to have some setbacks. But my friend, it's something that you were never meant to quit on. I want to talk to you about 5 tips to remember while you're going through hardship in your marriage. I want you to keep these close to your heart so that you understand, man, that, listen, I'm married for 30 years. I know what I'm telling you. I got married at 23 years old. I'm 53 years old. So I'm not some new jack on the block. I've been around here for a minute. I grew up with 5 sisters. Matter of fact, today is September the 30th, 2024 when I'm doing this video. And today is one of my sister's 29th birthday. One of my sisters married for 23 years. My other sister's married for 14 years. And my younger sister's married for 13 years. My elder sister marriage didn't work. So I grew up with 5 sisters. Listen, I've been around this game. So I want to talk to you about 5 things that you must remember. Okay? Number 1, remember why you said I do. Remember why you say it. You know, because when you say yes to your spouse, you say no to everyone else. When you say I will to your spouse, you say I won't to everyone else. When you say I'm ready to do this right, that's what you mean, right? I want you to think back on the day when you say those marriage vows. For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, for sickness and in health, to heaven, to old, until death do us part. What were you feeling when you made these vows? What promises did you make then? That doesn't take a moment. It's not something that you just do in happenstance. No, it was a covenant. It's not a contractual agreement that you just sign, and if it didn't work out for him or for you, you decide to just walk away and leave. It was a covenant. You didn't say, I love you only when it's easy. You didn't say for better or for worse. And then when the worst part comes, you just walk away. That's not the reality. The reality is that sometimes the worst is going to come. And the worst doesn't mean that your spouse is the one creating it. It could be sickness. It could be problems. It could be losing a job. It could be anything. But remembering why you got married, it helps you focus on what really matters, man. It focuses on your commitment to each other and unto God. You're doing this not for the show, not for the fancy reels, and not for the highlight, but this is a commitment. You're in this for the long haul. You know, in our Marriage Makeover Coaching Program, we teach about marriage healing. Yes, we have a lesson, we have a module on healing in your marriage. We talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness, there's no love without forgiveness, and there's no forgiveness without love. And if you want to know more about our 12 weeks Marriage Makeover Coaching Program, then you can click the link in this description. And guess what? You can book a free consultation, 45 minutes to have a conversation to see whether you qualify for it. But it's important for you to understand that it's going to take work. Let's move on. Point number 2. Every marriage has rough patches and situations. And guess what? You're not alone. See, I need you to understand that tough times will come. It is said that tough times don't last, tough people do. Bad times don't last, but good people do. You see, I needed to understand that even when you go through these type of situations in your marriage, it doesn't mean that your marriage is over. You're not only here just because of a couple issues that you're going through. You're not only a couple when things are good. You are a couple when you're struggling. You're a couple when you're having communication problems and when financial issues are there. Guess what? You're going to weather the storm when intimacy is not the same. You're going to figure it out. You're going to find out how you can really grow and build together. You're going to figure out how you can get through this and come out on the other side better. But here's the thing. What makes a strong marriage isn't avoiding problems. It's overcoming them together. It's saying, babe, we're in this together. You and I are going to get through this. We're not here for just when it's good. Baby, the bad times are here. I got you. I got your back. It's two people that are big servers in the marriage. Point number 3. Broken doesn't mean hopeless. Yes, just because there's a crack in the foundation doesn't mean that you throw it away. I mean, think about it, my friend. When you have a car and something goes wrong with the car, you don't throw it away just because the engine light comes on. You take it to the mechanic and you figure what's wrong. You make an assessment. You do a repair. Just because your marriage feels broken right now doesn't mean that it's beyond repair. And as I said before, just like you take your car for maintenance, marriage does need maintenance too. You got to maintain. You've got to show up. You got to make a conscious decision every day to do what it takes to make it work. And just like you wouldn't throw your car away when you have a flat tire, you pull over and you change the tire and you put on a new one. You fix the problem. You should not throw your marriage away because one of you are having some problems or there is a few setbacks that you are dealing with. Roll up your sleeves, man, and get to work. Get your tools out and get busy at fixing and working on yourself, finding out what the problem is, finding out how you contributed to the problem, and make sure that you work on it. Start with forgiving each other. Forgiveness is key. Rebuild that trust that is broken. Rekindle that friendship. It's possible, but it takes effort and it's going to take work. And point number 4. And almost every video you're probably going to hear us talk about it. You're going to hear me talk about it. Put God back into your marriage. Put him at the center of it. Because if God is not at the center of your marriage, I'm telling you that you ain't going to do too well in marriage. When was the last time you prayed for your spouse? Better yet, when was the last time you pray with your spouse? Sometimes we drift apart because we're not staying anchored in God. We're not staying anchored in the one that brought us together in the first place. And that's God. Marriage is never meant to be built alone by yourself. It's not just between you and another person. It's not just between two people. It's a union of three. Yes. You, your spouse, and God. The Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 12 that a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. It's you, it is your spouse, and it's the third strand, which is God. When you let him lead, things starts to get better. You start to trust more. You start to have more insight. You have more revelation. You have more discernment. You get more answers. He will give you what you desire. He'll give you what you need. Number 5, you're stronger than you think. Yes, you're stronger than you think. It's easy to feel like, you know what? You come to the end of the rope. But as they said, that when you come to the end of the rope, you tie a knot, man. I have a rope here. It's the knot, the marriage knot. The two of you guys coming together as one. You wrap your arms around each other and you say, baby, we ain't going nowhere. We're going to do this. We ain't quitting this thing. I got you. We're going to make this work. I know it's hard for you to believe it, but I'm going to say it again. You're stronger than you think you are. Your marriage is stronger than you realized. And sometimes the breakthrough you have been waiting for is waiting on you on the other side. It's waiting for you on the other side of discipline. It is waiting for you on the other side of taking action. So you can't quit. You can't give up. You can't just throw in the towel. You've got to trust God. You've got to do the work. You've got to believe that the best is yet to come. You have to know that in spite of all that's going on around you, you're going to cast all your cares on God. You're going to focus on God. You're going to choose each other daily. You're going to wake up every day and you're going to choose to love. You're going to choose to work hard. You're going to decide that I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm in this to be the best that I can be. I'm in this to create an atmosphere that you can thrive in. I'm in this to be what God have called me to be. Quitting is not an option. And the reason why it's not an option because I know who is guiding my life and who is guiding this marriage. I choose to love. I choose to serve. I choose to give. I choose to be the safe place for my wife. That's my job. And it's your job too, to be the safest place for your spouse. So, what is the answer? What is the conclusion of this whole matter? If your marriage feels broken right now, don't give up. Listen to me. Don't quit. Don't walk away. I challenge you to ask God for help. Work on it. Fix yourself. Fix what's broken. Because there was a time when people didn't just quit. They fought for what they love. They came out stronger on the other side. And you can too. Your marriage is worth fighting for, is it? Only you have that answer. Your spouse is worth fighting for, aren't they? Only you have that answer. And my friend, you are worth fighting for. Remember, broken things can be repaired, but once you throw it away, you can't get it back. So before you decide to quit, decide to fix it. Let's bring back the mindset that marriage isn't disposable just because we're having some problems. Let's fight for what matters. Let us fight for what is right. Let us fight for the greater good of our marriage. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you. And if you like this video, please give it a like. Please share. Please subscribe. And I would like you to check out this video because I know it's going to bless you. I know it's going to help you to become a better version of yourself and build a better marriage. Until next time, see you soon.